Hi, I'm Virginia from Right Clinic, and here with me today is Dr. Matthew Lee, and he is the marketing executive at PocDoc. Thank you for joining me today, Matthew.
Thank you, Virginia, for inviting me. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we did have a chat just before this to kind of warm up before recording. And so, first question: what do you do, and how did you get into it?
All right, so I'm the marketing executive at PocDoc now. So essentially, I do marketing efforts a lot on social media, LinkedIn. You've probably seen posts from me, and I do medical writing. So before I studied medicine in Jamaica, and I just did my business masters in Loughborough in the UK.
Amazing. And so, what made you get into medical writing after doing medicine?
Yeah. So actually, Virginia was the reason I got into medical writing. So I saw Right Clinic first, and I reached out to Virginia about 4 months ago, and then we spoke a little. Then I had a consultation with her about a month after, kind of figuring out strategy, outreach. Then we actually had a reconnection call just before I got the contract, and yeah, it's been really good. It's good that Right Clinic and Virginia gave me the confidence that my medical background and my social media background had a good niche to get into and that my skills were transferable.
Yeah, amazing. I really emphasized how you have so many amazing skills that you just don't realize how transferable they are. And then once you start applying them in different ways, then you realize how you can do different things. And so I've been so happy and so proud to watch you grow and follow your journey on LinkedIn. And you're at the Pharmacies Show
Yeah.
earlier this week, right? So how was that?
Yeah. First, I want to say, Virginia is so nice. Like, she's always commenting and reacting. It makes you feel good on LinkedIn. The pharmacy show is amazing. Like, really good experience with the PocDoc team. The CEO was there, and the booth was so busy that literally there were 5 members of us, and at one point there were so many people talking. It's like we needed 7 people to interact with the attendees because the exhibits there, and everybody wants to know, what are you selling? What are you guys all about? It's really good.
That's amazing. I love that you are, really integrated into the team there and they trust you with their website and their social media and creating content for them. And it's just been an amazing experience for you. And you have a really interesting story about how you reached out to them. Would you like to share that?
Yeah, so it's not 100% improved, but basically, I had an elective module on small business and entrepreneurship. So they asked to do a project on an innovative company. And just at that time, I was speaking to the supervisor now, who was in the process of finding someone to hire. And I did my project on PocDoc. I created my PowerPoint presentation. I went up in front of the whole class and presented a company that no one knew about because they're like a startup. Like, everyone just clapped. They were like, "Oh wow, this is amazing. I love that you use your medical background to pick a company in health tech." And I just decided, I put in all this effort. You know what? I'm gonna send it to the hiring manager. So I emailed her back and I was like, "I really like this company. Here's my portfolio." I attached my presentation that I did because I really like the company. I presented it in front of the whole class. Yeah, please hire me. And then a month later, I got the contract and I've been there almost 6 months now.
Amazing. Well done. Just, I would clap for you too. I wish I was there to feel the energy, at the end of your presentation. And yeah, if you're really interested in a company and you're going to invest all that time in doing a small project about them or even a PowerPoint slide deck just to go that little bit extra, and make yourself stand out to, against all of the other potential candidates, then, here you go. Here's an example of where it really paid off. So well done.
Thank you.
So that's, having the initiative to also send it to them is a really smart move. So I think you're a businessman in the making, and you did that very strategically, and that's very impressive. So the next question is, what do you know now that you wish you knew earlier to help you get a head start in your career?
Okay, so this actually is some advice that Virginia gave me. And we spoke about it earlier. So it was that being an international student is not necessarily a disadvantage. So initially, when I came to the UK, a lot of the international students have problems because adjusting to a new environment, and then jobs are not as easy as if you were a national. But I wish I knew earlier that it was gonna be okay. Like you'd figure out ways to get around the obstacles you have, or if you don't figure it out, then it wasn't meant for you. So a lot of the struggles I had, like job searching, portfolio, actually taught me how to search for jobs better. It taught me how to make myself more valuable to like a company or to even stand out more than someone that's, say, they're British or they're American, whatever. And yeah, I feel like I now have the confidence that if I became redundant, knock on wood, that I would have the confidence to, I know how to search for a job because I have the skills. Like I'm really valuable. Any company would be lucky to have me. So I love that I got the confidence then. And I wish I knew that it would be okay before.
That's so good. And I just want to, say that again, that you are really valuable and any company is lucky to have you. And I think it's so important that you come across with that confidence so that people feel like you are in control and you know what you're doing,
Yeah.
even though it might feel at the time that you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. But you're willing to learn and you're willing to make it work is so important to, you know, as part of your character for you to come across that way to a potential client or potential employer.
Yeah.
So what's next on the horizon for you? What do you see yourself doing in future after you get your master's degree on top of your medical degree? Are you going to do another degree or are you going to start a
Actually,
business? What's in your future?
possibly looking to do an MBA later on.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I really want to do good work with PocDoc because they've been really good to me. And like I was working with them while I was in school, out of school now, and they really want to keep working with me. So I think just for now, that's really good.
Yeah, I think it's so good to, learn more while you have people around you that are really supporting you
Yeah.
and you're helping them with their business and it's benefiting you because you're learning a lot from them. And I think that's a great situation to be in. And then also it gives you peace of mind as well. So you have that space to learn and grow in other ways. So if you do want to go back into studying in your MBA, they're going to support you through that as well.
Yeah.
So I would say, it's so good to have that. And well done with everything that you're doing. And I guess one more question I have for you is how are you using LinkedIn differently now compared to when you first started using LinkedIn? What have you learned about LinkedIn to make it work for you?
Yeah. So to tie it back to the right clinic and like Virginia, I didn't know that like LinkedIn was a business starter almost. Like you can make a business from LinkedIn. You can use LinkedIn to make yourself a business, as in a personal brand. How I use LinkedIn now, I try to tell all the healthcare professionals. A lot of people in my class, they want to transition out of medicine. Maybe they want to go into analytics or health tech. I tell them they need to start showing off their work. So maybe they're in the hospital, it's just normal job, but maybe there's a leadership project going on. Hey, join the leadership project. But when you do it, you get the certificate, you get the little video. Show it off. Show what you're doing, right? Like if you're in school and you're the leader of this, show what you're doing. Show the tangible things so people can see that you're really putting an effort. So with LinkedIn now, whenever I'm going to a show or I'm doing like a marketing campaign or something, I want to show my work off because no one's gonna know that you're good just by you telling them you're good. If you actually have tangible things to show, hey, I did this campaign. Hey, I went to this show. Hey, I did this event and I couldn't manage it. Then someone that's want to hiring you or potential clients, they're more likely to trust you.
Exactly. It's so true. I think LinkedIn is a massive opportunity to show your work, just as Matthew said. And when you take advantage of that opportunity, you also build your, what I like to call your digital footprint and your authority in that topic. So when people search for you on LinkedIn or search for someone like you, then they'll see how much content you've created around that topic. And that's what makes you an authority. And people can, scroll back through time to see your history. And I feel like it's way more engaging to look at what someone has done and what they're proud of and what they're posting about than to read their CV or
Yeah.
book them for an interview, because they can get to know you before they even consider hiring you. And if they've seen all your content and they've got to the point of contacting you, especially on LinkedIn, you
Yeah.
know that they're interested, and it's because of all of that effort that you've been building through every single post that you post. So I think it's definitely an effort that keeps adding to itself until it becomes, almost like the snowball effect. You start with a small piece of snow, and you just keep adding. If
Yeah.
each piece of content is a small piece of snow or a snowflake. So, I mean, it's coming up to winter, right? So, thinking of winter analogies, and
I would say though, especially with healthcare workers, sometimes they don't feel like they need to show off or like stand out. But if you think about it this way, the CV is something that is a bit outdated because if you're a doctor, there are a lot of other doctors. Let's say you're trying to get into another role. What can make you stand out, right? If someone goes onto your LinkedIn, you want them, they took their time out from your CV to look at your LinkedIn. You want your LinkedIn to be amazing. You want them to say, oh, he's doing so many things. He's here, he's there, he's really there, he's getting recommended from this person, that person. That person's going to get hired over someone else. That person's going to get the client over someone else that has no LinkedIn.
yeah, it's so true. And I definitely found, even at the Medcoms event at Heathrow a few weeks ago, um, a lot of people didn't have a LinkedIn at all. And then after the event, the first thing they did was go and make a LinkedIn. But at least they've started their journey. So I think if you're watching this now and you haven't got a LinkedIn, then you should really consider it, because I think it's an opportunity, and it's only going to get bigger. I think there are 900 million people that use it every month, and yeah, it's not the same as YouTube where you've got 2.2 billion, or Facebook has got 3 billion, but it's still millions of people are using LinkedIn, but not a lot of people are really using it to
Yeah.
its full potential. So I'm glad you agree. And I think, yeah, there's so much to know about LinkedIn that the sooner you get started, the better. And they changed the algorithm recently so that you can't just post random things on LinkedIn anymore. You have to post like valuable educational content, and I think that's going to make the quality of content much higher. And so if you know something that's really interesting or educational that you can share, then that is something that you can already post. So just as a post idea, and also post about other people that post about their work as well. See who you're discovering and follow people, learn from them. There's so much potential. And yeah.
Yeah.
Any final words, Matthew?
Yeah. So I'll just give a little bit of advice. Just let's talk about LinkedIn.
Yeah.
If you're just starting off, I would the advice I would give is try not to compare yourself too much, because even I had a colleague the other day. He had no LinkedIn. He's a clinician, and he saw mine, and he was like, "Oh wow, you have so many followers. You're doing all of this." And actually, a few months ago, I had nothing on my LinkedIn. Like I had no following. I wasn't connected with anyone. And when I had just started LinkedIn, it was a bit daunting for me because you don't know how to use the platform. Your feed is full of people with thousands of followers. They're working at all these amazing places. I would say try not to compare yourself too much, because they were at your stage at one point. A lot of the followers doesn't really mean anything. A lot of stuff on LinkedIn is not entirely true, but
Mm.
it can really be a good tool for you, for your business, or if you want to look for work. So just get started, ask for help, ask Virginia for help if you're in her field. And yeah,
Amazing. Thank you so much. Ask Matthew for help as well. See, he's
yeah,
he's
sure.
becoming a LinkedIn pro. So well done, Matthew. Thank you so much for sharing your story. And I will leave a link in the description below if you want to connect with Matthew and check out his LinkedIn and, follow up on his journey, have a conversation with him. He's really, really nice and really kind and lovely to talk to. And I really enjoy our catch ups.
Thank you so
So, yeah, thank you so much. All right. We'll see you at the next episode. Bye.
much. Bye.